guys, I just wanted to do a review for some boots, Asolo boots. Ironically, one of my buddies, good friend, contacted me last night just if I had any boot suggestions. So a quick background, I've had Danners, had quite a few different kinds of really good boots, and they never lasted very long. I'm kind of rough on stuff, so what I want to do is just show you a set of Asolos that I've had for 6 years. They're still running really strong. I'm going to sit down and just kind of take the boot off and show it to you real quick and tell you why I like them. And then just show you the leather conditioner that I use. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I found boots that worked for me and kind of the conditions that I deal with, and I just want to kind of share them. So yeah, I'll turn the camera on and just show you what I'm talking about. All right guys, so here are the boots. They're made by Asolo. I always forget which model these are. Hopefully I can find out. I believe the newer edition of these are the RV. My friend literally bought them last night. So I've had these boots for 6 years. The reason I bought these Asolos and I was willing to pay 340 bucks for them is because I had gotten a pair of Asolo Fugitives, which are the nylon, more breathable version, from REI for $40 from a scratch and dent sale, and they lasted 3 years, which were longer than any boots I've had. So when I started looking for another set, I wanted to get all leather, because the thing I saw with those Fugitives, even though they were really good, was that the seams were the downfall. The seams were where they would end up leaking or splitting. So these are Asolos made with essentially one-piece leather. Asolos, from what I can tell, are designed in Italy and made in the Czech Republic. I wish these were made stateside, but the Czechs are good. They're good at manufacturing. So when my friend called, or my friend contacted me, me and him use our stuff, and we buy similar stuff, where we buy high-end stuff, but we use it hard. So I had no problem recommending these boots, and I just want to go over a couple of reasons why I think they've lasted so long and why I like them. So first thing that these have are, they have pulley lace. The lace holders are pulleys right here. So not only does it kind of protect your laces, they have little rollers. I don't know if you can see them, pretty high-end little brass rollers. I thought they were a little bit of a gimmick when I first got them, but what they end up doing is they make the shoe really easy to lace up and unlace. They also allow the laces to move when you're walking, which maintains an even tightness throughout the boot. Okay. The other thing is, these are the original laces. Typically I go through probably a set or two of laces a year, and because they're allowed to move, they don't rip as easily. Okay, my friend was asking, how often do you use the boots? And I would say in 2016 on these ones, I put minimum 200 miles walking, and I've had these for 6 years. I was thinking, what's the minimum amount of miles I put on? And I put on minimum 600 miles. I would say closer to 800 miles on these. The only thing that I've had to do as far as a repair is this little tip of the boot on one of these was coming off, and I glued it back on, and that was probably 2 years ago. So now I just want to give you a quick description of how I maintain these. So one thing I do after like long hikes or anytime they've gotten real dirty is I take the insole out and I get all that sand and all that stuff out of this insole. Sometimes I'll wash it. And then the same thing where I shake the boot out really good. And I'd say about twice a year, I'll actually wash the inside of this boot out. That gets rid of all the silica and sand that can puncture this Gore-Tex liner. And that's a lot of times what happens is you get a puncture in this liner and then the boot leaks. But the thing I love about the all leather boots is, since the outside is so robust, it really protects the inside Gore-Tex layer, again, as long as you get all that sand and stuff out. So that's my first advice. If you have good boots, clean these insoles often. Clean the inside of the boot. Get that silica and sand out that's gonna wear through your Gore-Tex liner. Okay, the next thing is shoe treatment. I recently switched to this stuff. I was looking for my beeswax. I forget, it started with SNO, but anyways, it was a beeswax solution, and you can't get it anymore in a, excuse me, this isn't the stuff I'm talking about, but this is a new replacement. So when I was looking for my old shoe treatment, I went to a cobbler and he said, I like this stuff a lot better. And guess what? It's made in the United States in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's important. You know, I live in Wisconsin, and you know, it's important to keep stuff made here. So what I can say is I've been using this for close to a year, and what you end up doing is when you see that this leather starts to absorb a little bit of water, I take it and I run them under hot water, maybe get a little soapy brush, and I just get all the dirt and sand. I take the laces out and I just really wash it down. Then I'll take and I'll put a good layer of this, you know, I'll put some of this on a towel and rub it around. And then what I do is I take either like a heat gun or a blow dryer, and you want to just heat it up enough so this stuff soaks into the leather. And you don't want to put too much where this soaks into the leather and then into the Gore-Tex liner, and you'd have to put a lot of this stuff, but that's just a little warning. So in closing, again, I'm not doing any like walking through the wood scenes or anything, but I have ran these through the ringer. I use them for deer hunting, I use them in the winter, I use them in the summer. The one downside of the all leather exterior is that they are going to hold a little bit more moisture inside, but for me in Wisconsin, I'd rather keep a little bit of moisture inside and keep all the wet, dirty muck and stuff outside. So I've literally had my rain pants cinched around these boots and stepped into water up to here, and my feet were dry. So all I can say is if you're looking for a set of high-end boots, I spent about $340 on these, and I would not hesitate to do it again. And again, these are 6-year-old boots. Oftentimes I'll be at like a job site or a work site and people go, man, like those are nice boots, you just get them? I go, no, they're 6 years old. And you know, other guys that are kind of in the industry that have similar experiences where their boots just fall apart, you know, they ask how much they are, and I tell them, and they're like, you know, it seems 100% worth it. So in my opinion, these are the best boots I've ever had, Asolos. And once these wear out, I'm gonna end up getting another pair. And Pacards leather dressing. This is some of the best stuff. All right, guys, have a nice day. I'm just sitting in the woods. Got to go to school and class and then work in a little bit. Sun's out. Just got the titanium canteen and the centerline pouch. I'll probably end up doing some type of review or something for that eventually. But yeah, just enjoy. That's my shoe selection, boot selection, boot recommendation. All day.